It's two-part questions. Since this dynamic meditation cut the thought, so people maybe they think maybe too powerful because people solve problem through thinking, through thoughts. So they're afraid that they don't have any way to solve problem anymore if you cut your thoughts. And secondly, is it possible to get rid of thoughts? Or it's always pop up all the time?
หมอต้องแปลไทยอีกทีหนึ่ง
คือบางคนก็กลัวว่าคือวิธีนี้มันอาจจะกำจัดความคิดให้หมดไปจะเป็นปัญหาว่าเขาจะแก้ปัญหาไม่ได้เราก็ต้องใช้ความคิดแก้ปัญหาแล้วก็เป็นไปได้ว่าจะทำให้ความคิดหมดไปหรือความคิดมันเกิดตลอดเวลายังไงก็ไม่หมด
We not aim to uproot thoughts in dynamic meditation. Thought is our friend, like hands. We need thought very much in daily life. We need thought to look after our children, to work, or to do so many things. But the lack of seeing thought, at the moment of it arising, it is delusion. It is darkness within. We want to uproot that darkness. We don't want to uproot thought. Thought is very beneficial to our. In some sect, in some group, they misunderstood that they try to uproot thought, to suppress thought, not to arouse. That is not the aim or the purpose of dynamic meditation. But since thought covers the fact beyond thought, like something in many layers cover something, cover my glass, and I need glass very much to know that. I must open it up. We need the moment that thought to break through the layers of thought, the chains of thought. And after that thought come to be our friends. As I mentioned before, like the Milatus. For the second experience you know completely. But you need, at first you need to enter into the center of happening of that phenomenon first. Thought is inner phenomenon. When it arises, if you see at that very moment that it sits, then the fact beyond thought revealed to us. And that called awakening in Buddhism. And after that thought come again. But you understand its elusive nature completely. And then you feel very light. Because darkness is the unknown, the not knowing, ignorant of these things. The darkness is gone. It is gone. Like your second experience, after you experience the nothingness of Milatus, want to come back again. It manifests again, but you understand completely. Right? So, we want to awake our life, to see beyond thought. Since thought covers this fact, so you must cut it first. Like in the liver, there is many rocks at the bed of the liver. You not know because the stream runs so fast, so quick. You need to dry the liver first. When the liver dry out, then you see all, and then it come again, the water come again. Then you realize, you know it completely. What is what? That is. I hope I answered your question.
นั้นก็เป็นไปไม่ได้ที่จะกำจัดความคิดทั้งหมด
There is no possibility to stop thought. Thought is something like hand.
Mind movement.
When you walk, the hand move, your hand moves also. Thought is there all the time. So don't try to stop thought. And don't try to follow thought, to fall into its traps. during the practice time, don't try to discriminate thought. And furthermore, don't try to think of thought. We only think of thought, right? When thought pass by, we thinking that what kind of thought I think out. That is, it only causes up into a complexity with thought.
What about prevent thought? ห้ามความคิด
To prevent thought.
Can you do that?
ห้ามเลย
ห้ามให้มันคิด
To stop thought.
Stop.
You can, but artificial and superficial. You can practice like now. You stop the breathing, the thought stop completely. But how far, how long you can do like that? Just stop breathing. There's no thought. But this is unusual. We need to replace the inner being by awareness till thought ceases naturally and reveal the fact, the very fact behind thought. That is enough. And it opened just a short while only to realize that. After that thought comes again. But you understand now, you feel very light. Something like, suppose a night you have a nightmare. You dream, very bad dream about running away from tiger. And in dream you struggle and fear a lot. And suddenly you wake up. But your heart's still beating. But you have nothing to do with that. Because you understand all, that is in dream only. So you have nothing to do, just wait for nature to take its own course. You understand that all things is in dream. Thought is dreaming. Even right now we are dreaming. If you listen to my talk, you get into thought. And while we walk along the street, in the street, we are dreams on those because we think. And people who are sitting in the aeroplane, in the train, they are not merely sitting. They are retrospect of the past, thinking and thinking and thinking. And once when we think over and over, we lost energy. And some people caught up into thought, habit, until he turned crazy and struggle more and more. And finally, thought suggests him or her to die. Thinks of a person who despair of everything, and thought arises in his or her mind that you better go to die, to run yourself into the river. But if your awareness is there, suddenly you see that thought, and you not die. You not intend to go to anything. Since that kind of thought ceases automatically when you see it. That's why awareness is very only instrument to make balance with thought.
You said something about language being thought. Isn't language just merely the method in which we categorize and articulate our thoughts? Do we necessarily always think in language?
Sorry. ว่าอะไรครับ
เกี่ยวกับภาษากับความคิดเขาบอกว่าภาษาน่าจะเป็นแค่เพียงสื่อในการที่จะสื่อสารเท่านั้นที่จะคุยกัน
ครับ
แต่มันก็เรื่องเดียวกันแล้วแบบ
ครับ That's inner language is thought. Inner, when you speak out, it is language. what you
Yeah.
think inside.
I guess what I'm saying is that my ability to articulate to you my thought doesn't necessarily reflect how much I can think. It only reflects how much I can articulate. So in other words, it only reflects how much language I know, how many.
So it's not equal to your thoughts.
Right.
คือภาษานี่มันมีความขีดจำกัดในด้านที่ว่ามันผู้สื่อเนี่ยผู้ที่คิดเนี่ยไม่สามารถจะสื่อไปได้หมด
Yes, that's right.
There's a limit.
That's why Buddha chose the way of no one's silence, convey sometimes the language of what you call it. I love to. It makes sense than language.
Sign language.
Sound language, or even thought is deeper and more direct than language. Many times language it doesn't make sense at all. For example, 15 years ago, my friend asked me that, are you going to grow your beard? I'm really feeling very wonder why this English term make it like that. I answered them that my friend that no, I'm not growing. I just stop doing it. Stop doing anything about it. Then it comes. I'm not growing. It's like that is so funny.
Essence of the mind ที่แปลว่าธาตุแท้ของจิตหรือจิตเดิมแท้หรือธาตุแท้ของจิตเนี่ย is that the same as the Buddhahood mind and Buddhahood จิตที่บรรลุพุทธภาวะต่างๆหรือว่าต่างกัน similar or different
This terminology Buddha mind or Buddha nature or essence of mind is very theoretical meaning. I'm not clever enough to understand this, but I want to point out to the moment that our mother gives birth to her child. She gives birth to a very pure form and pure heart, let's say. And she gives birth to pure awareness. And after that, the infant or the child grow up bigger. And thoughts start to grow. And they have some emotion and attach. And family ties strengthen him or her. Brothers and sisters saying that this is your toothpaste, this is your pen, this is your shoe. Then many languages, many meanings construct to self-images. Thoughts. And the thoughts cover the pure mind. The origin mind, originality of mind. And the question is that right now, that pure mind is in us or not, or disappear. I'm not believe, but I feel that it is there all the time.
So you're saying that the moment of birth, that we are of pure aware, and that we just retract from that as things strike us.
Or we can sketch from the Bible that one day when St. Peter, a group of children came to Christ, Jesus Christ. And St. Peter tried to push them out. And Christ embraced the child and saying that, if you can't accept these members of heaven, you can't accept me. That is a very wonderful meaning. The children are the members of heaven. the mind, the heart is pure. In every religion of the East, neither Taoism, Hinduism or Buddhism, all religions mention that you want to see the mind of the sages, see the mind of children, the innocent one. So, to use awareness to cut the radio of thought is the way to see into the very nature of original mind. I'm not satisfied with pure mind, because pure is opposite to impure. Pure mind means pure by nature, very nature.
The dividing sound, the innocent mind of the kids is not the same as Buddha mind. เด็กที่บรรลุธรรมแล้ว
Essentially the same, but different. Because the Buddha is not a baby.
Right. Otherwise, every baby is Buddha.
Yes. But most of all, we lost a sense of wholeness. We lost a holistic sense and get into narrowness more and more. And particularly the learned, the educated people, those knowledge turn to be a great obstacle, cover the origin mind. Do you know that the Buddha is illiterate people? He cannot read or write. Maybe he can read, but in those days there is no book to read like us today. We master so many books. And when last month I went to Boston, to Howard University, and my friend guided me to the library, a jungle of books, 100,000 books. And I made joke with my friend that you need five lives or 10 lives, 10 rebirths to come and master. You can master all the books out there. Okay, I think time is enough.
Any other questions?
I want to thank you very much for Ajarn Khemananda for coming to share with us his knowledge and show us, demonstrate the way to get to one's awareness. Tomorrow he will give another talk on love and compassion, same hour, 7 to 9. Well, not quite. At least 7 to 8:30 or so. On love and compassion, which is another important subject. So if you can make it, I think it will be beneficial. Same hours. Thank you.